Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do y'all feel like y'all are far away from me? I think I'm gonna bring y'all in a little bit. Okay, this is much better. So yes, guys, today we're gonna be doing a story time. As you guys can tell by the title, y'all are not gonna believe what happened. Let me try to control my nerves because this nerve-wracking. Okay, so yes, y'all, I got jumped at work while on the clock by my coworker and her girlfriend. So let me run y'all down the tea. First, I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory on this particular coworker. We have to have a name for her because we're not gonna use regular names because you know they're looking for any little thing to come down on me about, and we're not gonna let that happen. So what are we gonna name her? We're gonna name her Elephant. I'm gonna try my best not to laugh so much, but I have to find the humor in it all before I go crazy, honestly. So y'all, with this particular couple, we're gonna call her Elephant, and her girlfriend, we're just gonna say the girlfriend. And Elephant is actually a really good name for her because she big as hell and she's old and wrinkled as hell, so it's just like perfect name. So anyways, y'all, this particular coworker, I didn't have any problem with her, no beef at all. We literally spoke to each other every single day, every time we would see each other at work. We really never had a full-blown conversation. It wasn't that time, like we weren't friends. It's like, oh, I see you at work, hello, good morning, keep it pushing. And then also this lady lived on my route. So if you guys don't know what that is, I work at the post office, I'm a mail carrier. I can't believe that I'm telling you guys this. I like to keep my work life separate from my social life. So that's why I never mentioned where I work at, but it's so many different post offices. So if y'all figure out where I work at, y'all crazy. But anyways, so yeah, she lives on my route. So we would have like communications only about like her mail or something. It was never nothing really serious because this lady in particular is not my cup of tea. She's very negative. She walks around the station with a bad attitude. She's always arguing with people and she really think it's cute. Like she'd be like, yeah, you know how I do. And it's just like, that's not cute. You're too grown for that. This lady is in her 50s, you guys. In her 50s. This lady has 20 plus years on me. Like, it's like, what do I look like fighting you? You're the elderly, for one. For two, it's like, I feel like we live two different lives, so it's like we have absolutely nothing to fight about. Honestly. And also, like, she thinks she's a boy, so it's just like, we have nothing in common. Like, you walk around sagging your pants, wearing boxers. Literally, guys, her full booty will be out. I don't even like when men sag their pants like that. That is not cute. Why are you sagging your pants? At the end of the day, you are a woman. Act like it. So yeah, like I was saying, she's really not my cup of tea. It's like we don't have anything in common. So it's like we really never cross paths ever outside of work. Let me just say that. Oh, and another thing, I have to tell you guys this part because it's going to tie into the story down the line. This lady is filthy. Filthy. Her station at work, dirty, filthy. Her vehicle, dirty, filthy. Like this lady, like I don't even know if she take baths. Like she's filthy. Ew. And then guys, there's a lot of people that work at the post office, so y'all know how down and dirty these people get in this post office. Like, it is crazy. I feel like this is the craziest job I've ever had. Like, for it to be considered a government job, like you would think that the rules and regulations were so stiff, and really it's like there's no rules. These people can do whatever they want to do at this place. Like, I don't know. Like, I had more rules working at other places that wasn't even that serious of a job. I had more rules working at Hollister when I was a child. So anyways, Hollister was my first job, by the way. So anyways, so on to the day of the story, guys. This particular day, I was having a great day. It was the day before an off day. Y'all know how the day before an off day, you be in such a good mood. You be happy because like you're about to be off the next day. So I was on the phone talking to my mom, and you know, I'm driving, I'm delivering mail, so I reach Elephant's neighborhood, right? So where she live in the neighborhood, you can see me when I come into the neighborhood. So she's like down the line, like I have to deliver a lot of stops before I get to her house. So I feel like she saw me come into the neighborhood. So when I finally made it to her street, you know, like I have to deliver the other side of the street before I come to her. So I feel like she was really watching me and waiting to see like when I was gonna come to her house. So I finally come back around the street. I'm at the house before her house, right? And by the time I delivered the mail to this house, I look up, she's already standing outside of her house. And she had a big truck blocking her driveway, her house, and everything. So it was like a trailer or whatever, like a food truck. So her whack ass food truck. Let me not. So yeah, she's standing at the back of the truck. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like she hadn't been at work. So I don't know if she was on vacation or what. Mind you, I do not talk to this lady. I don't know what she got going on. I don't care what she got going on. I worry about self only. So I pull up. I'm like, hey, Elephant. Like, hand her a milk. So she doesn't speak back. So I'm like, what's tea? You know, like obviously there's a problem, but I don't say anything. I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, what's up? So she was like, you did X, Y, and Z yesterday, you know, was that you? And I'm like, yeah, you know, that was me. I did do X, Y, and Z. So she's like, nah, you can't be doing that. And I was like, okay, you know, well, give it back to me. I can scan it, return it to sender. Not a problem. She's like, but I already opened it. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, you know, it won't happen again. Not a problem. You know, not a problem at all. So knowing Elephant, she loves to run her mouth, y'all. She loves to run her mouth. Like I told y'all, she walks around that station arguing with everybody, including supervisors, regular people, and she thinks it's so cute, obviously. So she gets to running off at the mouth at me. She wasn't saying nothing too crazy while I'm in her face. Let me just say that. She just, nah. And then I told y'all she thinks she's a boy. So she doing all this moving like this, and I'm just like, so I said, bye, Elephant, and I proceed to drive away. So her house is like at the end of the street. So when I'm going around the truck that was blocking her house, I can't see her house. So as I'm driving away, y'all, she starts cursing me out. She's like, F you, you stupid, B-I-T-C-H. Should I curse for this story? I guess I can curse for y'all. Normally, I don't use profanity in my everyday when I speak. And I think that's a good trait that I have. I really don't like it. I don't feel like it's very ladylike. But I'm gonna, for the story's sake, I'm gonna use profanity. Excuse my language, I'm so sorry to the people who do not like that. And then I'll bleep it out as well. I'll try to bleep it out. So as I'm driving away, she's like, fuck you, you stupid bitch. I'm gonna get my girlfriend to whoop your ass. What? First of all, I'm like, where is this coming from? You see me almost every single day at work, inside the stations. You know, like most of the time we're by ourselves. And which is one thing that I really love about my job. Like I get to be by myself all day. As long as I'm getting my work done, everything is gonna be fine. So I'm just like, Elephant, like who are you talking to? Where is this coming from? Because you know good and well, I don't play those type of games. You may talk to your supervisor like that and your supervisor let you slide. This ain't that. So I leave, like, so I'm driving away. I'm like, fuck you too. Just bottom line, straight up. And then it's like, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get out the car and whoop this lady because she done cursed me out. Because baby, people are gonna talk about you regardless, all day, every day. This lady been had my name in her mouth. I've heard so many times people telling me stories that she's saying about me, and mind you, you don't know me. You know, even if you're watching my social media, I'm sorry, you do not know me. It's just pictures. It's just pictures. The only thing you're gonna get from like my Instagram is me going out looking cute. And some people think like that I have a bad attitude. They think that I'm stuck up just because of the way I look. Like I've been told this so many times. And when people finally come to me and talk to me, they're just like, oh, you're so nice. You're cool. You chill. And it's like, what did you think? You cannot judge a book by its cover, guys. In my case. So yeah, guys, I'm just like, like, who are you talking to? Like, I was so taken back by it. And honestly, it was funny because you don't have this same energy at work when you see me. I just felt like she was at home and she had people there to back her up. And she was on her bully. You know, she was trying to be a bully towards me, thinking that I was gonna fold, obviously. So I curse her back out and I proceed to go to the stop sign. Mind you guys, the truck is right here, it's blocking her house. As I come around, her girlfriend is coming up to my truck as I approach the stop sign. So y'all, I be driving with 2 feet sometimes. I know you're not supposed to, but I have not gotten into a wreck so far. Knock on wood. But anyways, I know you ain't supposed to be doing that, but I do it sometimes, not all the time. So y'all, I pull up to the stop sign. The girlfriend is running up to my truck, like, get out the car, bitch, get out the car. And I'm like, what? Who are you? Who are you? I've never seen you a day in my life. Why do I want to fight somebody that I've never seen a day in my life? So obviously Elephant had been telling this girl stories about me because, baby, where's your anchor coming from? You don't know me. Me personally, if I had like a friend that was getting into a fight and it's with someone that I absolutely do not know, I'm not gonna go like be all rah-rah trying to fight for my friend. I would try to de-escalate it, separate them, because I don't know this person. You know, but it'll be a different story if like I know this person, I know how they are, like, oh, they like to jump people, like I knew their characteristics, then it will be a different story on how I would react. But I don't know this person. This girl does not know me. Never seen her a day in my life. So guys, I don't know if she was hiding behind the truck the entire time. I don't know where she was, but I could not see her when I was talking to Elephant in the first place, right? So I don't know where this girl came from. I don't know if she was in the garage. I don't even know if the garage was open, honestly. Everything happened so fast, and I was just focusing on them. I wasn't looking at like my surroundings or anything. So I make it to the stop sign. This girl runs up to my truck. I had my left foot on the brakes, guys, and my left hand was on the steering wheel. It was like I really drive with my left because I'm delivering mail with my right hand. So y'all, this girl runs up to my truck, full speed, baby. All I could do, literally all I could do. So guys, I'm holding on to my steering wheel and I just lean back and I just boom, boom, boom. I kicked this girl in her face 3 times. I kicked her so hard, her wig went flying off her head. And then so as I'm kicking her, I'm thinking that she's gonna back up and like, okay, nah, I don't wanna fight this girl. Like I'm trying to give you a wake up call. Like, hello, boom, 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 are you not getting it? What you're doing is wrong here. So the girl ain't get the message. She's steady coming for me. So I finally kicked her hard enough where I was able to put my car in park. So mind you guys, it's a lot of cars parked on side of the street. So it's like, if I drive off, she can jump into my truck because my door is open. If I drive off and she jump on me, I'm gonna get into a wreck. It was just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So I parked the car. What's up? Because you just ran up inside of my truck. So I kicked the girl 3 times in her face. And honestly, she was done after those 3 kicks, but she wanted more. I parked my car, I turned around in my seat. She's like running like this with her head down and she's going like this, right? Because obviously she couldn't see because she done got kicked in her face. So I'm just like, you know what? This is really happening. Like I'm fighting at work. Oh my God, this is crazy to me. So y'all, not gonna hold y'all. I've been taking kickboxing classes. So little do you know, you ran up on somebody who's literally been getting trained, which is why I kicked her first and foremost, because I know your legs is the strongest part of your body. So she run up in the truck, I boop, boop, boop. Oh my God, I hate using these sounds. This is so ghetto. This whole situation is ghetto. This whole story is ghetto, honestly. Like, I'm honestly embarrassed. Like, this is crazy. So, y'all, she ran up on me. I took off on her. So I had to defend myself. There's nothing else that I could have done. I was not about to sit there and let nobody put their hands on me. And then it's crazy because I'm sitting down the entire time. You ran up on me. So it was just a no-go. So I defended myself to my best ability from sitting down. So y'all, me and the girl, we going at it. Like, I'm tearing her up. My coworker comes in through the other side of the door. They're both swinging on me, right? They're both swinging, but their hands are open. It's like between the both of them, neither one of them landed not one punch on me, which is crazy because it's like, what's going on? They done popped my shirt open. I got scratches all over my arms. They pulled my sleeves down because I wear those like protective sleeves to protect your skin. So they're like scratching me. I had scratches all over my neck, my boobs. and I had on like this big bucket hat. They had knocked my hat off and like was pulling on me, trying to get me out the truck. The whole time they're screaming, "Get out the truck, B, get out the truck." But mind you guys, and tell me if I'm wrong. So if you're sitting down and someone comes over you and they're basically trying to fight you, you're sitting, they're standing, and they are above you. Who will win that fight? Who has the advantage? In my eyes, I feel like the person who is standing has the advantage because you're on your feet for one, your strength comes from your legs, and for two, you're over me. Okay, so yeah. So anyways, they're both in my door, both swinging at me or whatever. So I locked the girlfriend. I end up headlocking her and I start swinging on my coworker because who I really wanted to get. Because if I really wanted to fight either one of y'all, it would have been my coworker, not the girlfriend, because I don't know you. My coworker, I feel like you instigated this. You started this. You the one that called her to fight your battle. And if you wanted me to be beat up, why couldn't you do that yourself? Why you had to call somebody else to fight your battle? Like, you're not a man. We're both women here. And yeah, like, I don't understand why you calling somebody to fight for you or even start a fight, like when nobody was even worried about you. I was driving away. So yeah, y'all, I swing on my coworker, right? I'm trying to get to her, and I only hit her 2 times. She goes falling down. She falls behind her girlfriend. And really and truly, I don't even think I hit her that hard for her to fall. She was running from them punches. That's what she was doing. So she fell down behind her girlfriend. So this is her girlfriend. She falls behind her girlfriend, and she's like rolling around on the freaking floor. And my job, one funny thing about her, like the way she's really big on top and like skinny legs, and then she walks like a freaking penguin. So anyways, she falls down, she's rolling around on the ground. I'm like, what are you doing? Get up, like, you are dumb. So at that point, I'm just looking at her like, girl. So I just start fighting the girlfriend again because you're on me, like, you're in my lap. Get out of my space, get out of my space. So I start back fighting the girlfriend, and then my coworker finally gets up off the ground, and she's like pulling on her girlfriend, like, just stop, or whatever. So I release the girlfriend, I let her go. They get up out the truck, right? So I'm just sitting there and I'm looking because I cannot believe that this just happened. So I'm just looking at them. Like, at this point, I'm sitting in my chair, like, and then so I said, y'all finna go to jail too. And then the girl like, if you would have got out the truck, I would have beat you up. And they both standing there like, and I'm like, oh, and then guys, the build of the girlfriend, she's taller than me. I'm 5'1", about 120 pounds. She's like, I don't know, maybe 5'4". I don't know. She's taller than me. And she was taller than me while I'm in my truck as well. So, and like as far as her weight, she may be like 160, and then that's because of her height, because she wasn't no big girl. She's just bigger than me. So yeah, they just standing there, they're both out of breath, like, and I'm like, what is going on? Oh my God, this is so stupid. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, and y'all gonna go to jail too. So my coworker is like, I didn't hit you though. Yeah, you did not hit me. You reached up. Oh, wait. I gotta rewind back. So when my coworker came into the door, they're both going like this. They're both clawing at me or whatever. So at this point, I'm still swinging on both of them, right? My coworker reaches up and scratches me across my face. You're trying to mess my face up. Okay, bet. So that's when I headlocked the girlfriend and I started swinging on my coworker and she fell. So now, guys, the physical fight is over with or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, y'all want to go to jail? She's like, yeah, I didn't hit you though. And I'm like, yeah, you did not. You scratched me. You didn't hit me. You scratched me. And between the both of y'all, I had absolutely no bruises on my face. I bruise easily. So the fact that I didn't have any bruises in my face, I had a bruise on my thigh and on my back, but it was from me leaning back because inside of the mail truck, it's like a metal bar or a metal tray that you sit your mail on. And when I was leaning back, kicking them, they were pulling me, like they were really trying to pull me out the truck. And I was leaning back, so I was hitting my back on that metal thing, which I gave myself that bruise. And then also the bruise underneath my thigh, I think I got it from when I was kicking the girl in the face or whatever, because it's like a metal thing underneath the seat that you move the seat back and forth. So I was like using that leg to hold me steady. So I think that's where that bruise came from, but it definitely didn't come from them hitting me. Please. So between the both of them, they should have whooped me. Her by herself, she should have handled me, because you were standing up, you had all of your strength. I'm sitting down and I handle y'all from my shoulders. If I was y'all, I would be embarrassed. Just point blank, period. So anyways, y'all, the fight is over with. I drive away. So as I drive away, y'all, the whole time I was on the phone with my mom was in my AirPods. So she's like screaming the whole time, like, Janaye, I'm on my way. And then so I'm just like, Mama, let me call you back. I'm about to call the police. So I call the cops. I'm like, hey, I just got attacked on my route by 2 people. I need y'all to send some cops out here. They're like, okay. They sent some people out. And as I'm calling the cops, I know this elephant coming down the sidewalk. She's walking down the sidewalk. So I'm like, nah, don't follow me. Because if you follow me, if you come down here to the truck again, I'm going to get out and I'm going to handle you. And then if your girlfriend come, I'm going to handle her again. And I'm on the phone with the cops. The cop is like, don't talk to her, just talk to me. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I'm talking to the cops. I give them a brief of what happened. They sent some cops out. So then after that, I call my job and they're not answering the phone. No one is answering the phone. We have like 2 lines for the employees, and baby, they were not answering the phones. I was calling cell phones. Nobody answered. So I ended up texting my one of my supervisors who I'm cool with, and then I'm like, hey, I'm trying to call you, can you call me? As soon as I text her that, she did call me back. But by that time, I'm calling everybody, So I ended up calling one of the supervisors who's fairly new, and I wish I would have not called her at all. So after I got off the phone with my supervisor, I'm calling my husband like, babe, they just jumped me. He like, where you at? I'm on my way. And then, we share location. So he just was able just to come straight to me. I didn't have to text him no location or anything. So he pulls up or whatever. And then the supervisors pull up, then the cops pull up. When my husband got there, y'all, he was on 10. He was so pissed off because he's just like, who jumped you? Like, you don't even bother nobody. Like, what is going on? So y'all, so when he got to me, guys, he's up there lifting up my arms like, let me see you. And he's like looking at my shirt. He's like, he said, you good? And I'm like, yeah. So he's just like, what happened? So, of course I have to tell him the story or whatever. And he's just like, and I'm glad you handled your business. Like, just period. So the supervisor come out there and she's all in my face like, I need to get pictures. And then mind y'all, I don't know if y'all ever encountered anybody at the post office or if you work at the post office, but they are some rude people and they don't know how to talk to you. So she's like, I need to get pictures, but the way she was talking to me rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm like, get out of my face. I will take pictures and I will make sure I send them to you. So at that point, it was another supervisor out there. She's really new. And well, she's probably not new to the job. I had been away from this station and then I had came back. So when I came back, she was already there, but I didn't know her. So, I allowed her to take pictures of me or whatever. So she was taking pictures of my face, my arms, because I had a scratch right here and then like a scratch right here. And I also, it looked like I had a scratch, the scratch was going like this because my coworker scratched me like this. She was on the right side of me. So I allowed her to take pictures. I'm going to show you guys a video of myself because I was vlogging the day after the fight. So I'm going to show y'all. So I'm going to insert that clip so you guys can see what my face was looking like the morning after the fight. Here's an update on my face. So anyways, yeah, no damage is done. Well, I'm not gonna say no damage is done because you did scratch me in my face. That pisses me off because I feel like you really hating on me trying to mess up my face, but you did not. So anyways, yeah, I just put some witch hazel on it. It was like, this scratch right here was just like a red mark. It was more so, it wasn't deep, but the one that was like right here, it was pretty deep. So yeah, it just really upsets me just even thinking about it because like I feel like I'm too grown to be fighting. I feel like I have so much going for myself and I cannot be in jail. So I don't want to fight anybody, but I will. So anyways, so the cops come, so I'm talking to the cops, I'm giving the cops my story of what happened, and obviously guys, I'm flustered and I talk really loud. If you know me in person, I'm a very loud talker. I really try to tone it down because I hate when people talk loud. And I have that problem myself. So anyways, I'm talking to the cop or whatever, I'm telling him the story. So he's like, okay, and then I mentioned to him, I'm like, and I want to press charges. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna get their side of the story. So he leads me over there, I'm with my husband, I'm just talking to my husband, and then all of my supervisors like start pulling up, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, don't pull up now, you know, y'all couldn't even answer the phone for me. Like anything could have been happening, and y'all sit up there and say, their rule is when something happened, don't call the cops first, call the supervisors. What are the supervisors gonna do? Y'all are gonna do absolutely nothing, to be honest. So, anywho, I'm all the way on one street, she's all the way on the other street, and they're talking to the both of us. So after they talk to her, they come back over to me. They're just like, hey, did you run them over? They're saying that you ran them over, which is why they have scars and bruises on their legs. Can I talk to somebody who got some common sense? Because if I ran them over, they would not be able to walk. Just point blank period. No, I did not run them over. So the reason why y'all got scratches and bruises on y'all legs is because y'all jumped in my truck. Y'all tried to get me and get in my truck, which is the mail truck is made out of metal. So every time I was hitting them in their face, they was falling and scratching their legs up on them trucks. This is why their legs were scratched and bruised up. Not because I ran them over, like be for real. So then he proceeds to tell me the story. So her side of the story, guys, which has changed so many times. Every time someone comes to talk to me, they're telling me a different story. And honestly, I don't really want to talk to anybody about it except my friends, because the people at that job are just very messy. Really, they just want to talk to you to get in your business, not because they care. So y'all, Elephant's story was that I just pulled up, I had an attitude, I just started going off on her, and I started going off on her girlfriend. I get out the car and I start fighting her girlfriend. Mind you guys, I've never seen this girl a day in my life. Why would I want to get out the car and fight her? Why would I want to get out the car and fight an elderly lady as well? I don't want to do that. I am not a bully. I know that I can fight. And I'm not trying to get out the car and just randomly fight nobody, because like I said, I'm too grown for that. And I'm too pretty. I am. So that was her story. So on top of that, guys, Elephant has cameras on her house. I know this. Everybody know this. I pay attention to my houses. A lot of them have Ring cameras. It's Ring cameras all around her house that's pointing towards her house that could see me and could see this incident. So I tell them, I say, she got cameras. Tell her to show you the footage. It don't even have to be no he said, she said. Let's watch the footage. Because personally, I want to see myself kicking her in her face. So anyway, so they asked her to see the footage. You know what she says? Oh, my cameras are broken. You're lying. You don't want to show that footage because you want to keep the narrative of me just pulling up, acting crazy, jumping out the car and fighting two people. Because it just makes no sense for one person to get out the car to fight two people who are way bigger than her. That don't even add up. Nobody is going to do that whether they can fight or not. Mayweather is not going to jump out his car knowing he can fight, knowing he's one of the greatest boxers. He's not about to jump out the car and fight two men knowing that he can box. It's not going to happen. I never jumped out the car. Y'all got beat up with me sitting down. And another thing, I would be crazy in my head to pull up on somebody, to jump out the car, knowing that they have cameras, and me telling the story that I told, knowing that they can prove me wrong by showing their footage. I'm not going to do that. I'm not crazy. I know that I could, for one, lose my job, and for two, I could go to jail. I don't want to do neither one of those. So yeah, guys, so I told y'all, I was like, hey, I want to press charges or whatever. So the police were like, okay, well, we don't know who's the aggressor, and they're the ones that just beat up, so we're going to call the DA and see what the DA say. So supposedly the DA's like, oh, that's petty, that's just two girls fighting, we're going to hand it over to the postal police. Which I think is not fair. I feel like that was lazy on the cops' part, because you mean to tell me I can go out here fighting people and there's nothing that y'all going to do about it? Okay, So they handed over to the postal police. So I'm like, who got the postal police number? Like, what is the postal police number? I need to talk to the postal police. So we wrap that up. They give me a police report or whatever. And then I go back to my station. OMG, how could I forget? So remember the supervisor I told y'all that was the first to the scene or whatever? She's like, oh, let me get pictures and stuff. But I felt like it wasn't really genuine because I just felt like, you know, you're just out there being messy versus trying to see if I'm really okay. And how I felt was totally right, y'all. Why this lady went to the cops and told them, yeah, she's a hothead. What? Why on earth would you go and tell these cops that I'm a hothead? Like, what is your problem? What was the point? What was your motive? What was you trying to get at? Because for one, I'm not a hothead. If somebody says something to me, I will say something back to them and I'll keep it pushing. But a hothead, no. If anything, you are the one that's a hothead and you're bipolar as hell. You always say something slick to somebody. Then when somebody says something back to you, they're crazy. They're the hothead. No. So that particular supervisor better not say anything to me if it has nothing to do with the job. Like, you don't even have to speak to me. I would be totally fine with that. All the little chit-chatting I used to do with you before, like being nice and friendly, that's it. Because I feel like you was trying to get me sent to jail at the end of the day. And no, I don't play with my freedom. And I'm not about to let you play with my freedom. So you need to stand back, stay away from me, and don't talk to me unless it has something to do with the job. That is it. So when I get back to my station, I had to give a statement to my supervisor, and I had to have my union there, and then also the postal police came like shortly after. So then I'm in there talking to the postal police. I tell the postal police exactly what happens, and then the postal police tells me that there's no charges that can be filed, right? So I'm just like, why not? I'm a federal employee, and I got attacked on the job. Why is there nothing that can happen, right? He's like, oh, because it has to be a felony. This is not a felony, this is a misdemeanor at best. Where are y'all coming up with these rules at? I know these are not his rules, he's the messenger, but that is crazy to me. So you mean to tell me I can't press charges for somebody jumping on me at work, even if you were at another job that wasn't considered a federal job, people will go to jail. This is not making sense. This doesn't make sense to me. So they were saying, you know, well, they're the ones that are beat up. So like, you know, basically you can't press charges. That's crazy. I do not care. It was called self-defense. I don't care that I wasn't beat up. It was self-defense. This is not fair. So yeah, guys, I was just really pissed off. Like I was literally crying so much because I was so upset. Like I felt like, well, dang, you know, like I was controlling myself, and what I really could have done to these girls, I should have just jumped out the car and whooped them. I should have just did everything in my power to harm them because y'all was trying to harm me, knowing that I wasn't gonna get in trouble. Nobody's getting in trouble here. We can just do this, you know. We can fight. We can fight and nothing's gonna happen. That is the message that y'all are sending me. So y'all, I'm pissed off. I'm like, this is so crazy. I don't feel protected at this job. Anybody can do anything to me. Co-workers, civilians, anybody can do anything to me, and there's nothing that can happen. There's nothing that I can do to protect myself but literally defend myself on my own. So between my supervisors and the postal police, I was just really taken back because I asked, I'm just like, so what's gonna happen to Elephant? You know, like, she know good and well she cannot do that, and she's a postal worker. Like, what's gonna happen with her? They're just like, oh, nothing's gonna happen to her because she was off the clock. Okay. So she doesn't get into any trouble. She gets to come back to work, and they put me off the clock. I get put off the clock for defending myself, but the person who did it, my coworker, who jumped me because she was off the clock, she doesn't get into no trouble. She gets to come back to work. They don't have, like, they can say absolutely nothing to this lady because she was not on the clock. Okay. She better not come over here and do no split. I'm gonna whoop that ass. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So I'm just like, what the hell? That's crazy, y'all, right? Like, somebody, please, y'all, please let me know how discipline work at y'all job. Like, where do y'all work at? What's the rules? Because this is crazy. So I'm just like, huh? Okay, and then y'all, I told y'all how these people talk at the post office. Not only are the employees crazy and talk crazy, the supervisors as well. They talk to you crazy as well, which is why some of the workers talk crazy to the supervisors. But I just feel like it is all wrong. Like, everybody needs to calm their nerves. So another thing, they had the nerve to tell me that there will be disciplinary actions for me, right? And basically the disciplinary actions is going to be for me because I should know how to carry myself while I'm at work. Like, I shouldn't be using profanity. Mind you guys, all they do is use profanity, and I don't use profanity while I'm at work ever. So it's just like, what are y'all saying? Y'all telling me I can't curse, but y'all over here cursing? Okay. And then it was said to me like, well, you know, maybe if you would have never said fuck you too, you wouldn't have got jumped. Oh my God. What did you just say to me? Are you serious right now? And then they're telling me this while using profanity. Can somebody tell me what kind of job that I have? Like, am I being pranked? Is my job a scam? That's what it's giving. Y'all are some scammers. So yeah, I finished giving my statement to the postal police. He has to do an investigation, but either way it go, there's no criminal charges that can be filed because there's no criminal case here, because even though I'm a federal employee, I don't fall under the federal umbrella. Just crazy. So anyways, guys, that was it. I had left and then I went to the hospital. And the reason I went to the hospital is because, baby, my arms were all burnt up and scratched, and she scratched me in my face. And it was just like I told y'all before, this lady is filthy. This is a filthy, filthy, filthy lady. So I went to the hospital. I got me a tetanus shot. I got me some antibiotics. I got me some antibiotic ointments, eye drops, all that, because this lady scratched me in my face, scratched me in my eye. It's just like, I need to protect myself because she dirty. I don't want nothing she got. So, oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all this part. So back to the scene of the crime. It was a lot going on. There was a lot of people out there. The station manager ended up coming out there. And the thing about that is that I feel like I was a little taken back by. When the station manager came out there, like, he texted me like, hey, what's your location? Whatever. So I text him the location. When he gets out there, he doesn't come and talk to me. He went and talked to Elephant, which Elephant is not on the clock. I feel like, you should have been coming talking to me. I'm the one that's on the clock right now. Y'all claim that what she did, she don't get in trouble for at work because she wasn't on the clock. So why were you over there talking to her and not me? But, whatever. So guys, back to the scene of the crime. So I told you there was a lot going on. There was a lot of people out there. One of my coworkers had pulled up because she was getting mail off my truck because they weren't allowing me to finish delivering my mail. So she was getting mail off my truck to go and deliver it or whatever. And we look down the street. Tell me why the girlfriend is being rolled off in a stretcher. Girl, y'all. Honest to God, it's funny, and I would love to say, I whooped her, she needed a stretcher. That's not what happened. She walked away from the scene, beat up. She was able to walk away. She did not need a stretcher. She was doing the most. They were doing the most, trying to really make it seem like, oh yeah, she just did all this stuff to me, blah, blah, blah. That's not what happened, girl. Hang it up. So that's exactly why I went to the emergency room too, and I was hoping to see her ass. I just played. So yeah, guys, so dumb. Guys, they were just so full of it. It was just like, okay, y'all really doing the most. So at the end of the day, Elephant and her girlfriend, y'all are lame as hell, and y'all are some losers, some super losers that y'all couldn't even whoop me while I was sitting down 2 against 1. Y'all should be ashamed. Y'all need to take kickboxing classes. And actually, I think I want to do MMA classes now because I really want to learn how to do different things. Kickboxing is fun, and it's you're able to relieve your stress, and then you do a lot of jump roping. They do a lot of stuff to get your endurance up, which I really, really, really love. But I think I'm gonna take it up a notch and do something different. Cause I gotta be ready for anybody that think they gonna try. Period. So anyways, y'all. So yeah, I went to the emergency room. I got all my prescription and stuff, and then I got a tetanus shot. Then I go home. So this happened on a Saturday, and so Monday was my off day, and then Tuesday I had my investigative interview. So during the investigative interview, it really upset me. Investigative interview, guys, is when you get in trouble at work, when you get written up. So during my investigative interview, my supervisor had the nerve to ask me, are you aware that you are supposed to behave yourself even when you are not at work? Why would you ask me that after you done told me that Elephant does not get in trouble because she was not on the clock? There's nothing y'all could do to her because she was not on the clock. So I'm just like, what are you getting at with this question? This is a crazy question. And I feel like she asked me that because that next day, which was a Sunday, I was on Instagram cutting up. Let me tell you. I wasn't even saying nothing major. I was just throwing little slick shots. I wasn't saying nobody's name, but I was just talking my trash or whatever because I'm really pissed off. Like, I cannot believe that this happened to me, and y'all telling me that this lady's not gonna get in trouble. My coworker, my supervisor telling me that nobody's gonna get in trouble. The police telling me that I cannot file charges, and the postal police is telling me that there's no criminal charge. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Because now I gotta take this into my own hands, obviously. So I'm on Instagram talking mess purposely because I want y'all to pull me into the office and say, watch what you're saying on the internet. Because guess what? Don't tell me what I'm doing on the internet on my own time while I'm off the clock that I cannot do it. When y'all allow somebody to fight me while they were off the clock and she got into no trouble. I don't want to hear none of that. None of that makes sense to me. Y'all can hang that up. Hang it up. So yeah, I had my investigative interview, which pissed me off again. I was literally fighting back tears because I'm the type of person where I get so mad, I cry. So, and then honestly, and I'm not even a crier. I can't remember the last time I cried before this day. So I'm just like, and then y'all, let me tell y'all, when I had my investigative interview, I made sure to do my hair, I did my makeup. I came up there looking real cute because y'all always watching me. Y'all got stuff to say, so now y'all can see it in the flesh. And then when I go to work, y'all, I be looking crazy. Like, I wear big clothes. I don't want to show my body because I don't want nobody talking to me at their job. I don't want nobody trying to holler at me, which don't even stop them, to be honest. But I'm not going to do nothing at work to make nobody attracted to me. Like, I wear a big hat covering my face. My hair is always in a ponytail. Literally, I'll have a bonnet on over my ponytail, and then I'll have my hat because you can't see anything. Then I wear big baggy clothes. Tennis shoes, I'm in and out. I don't really talk to nobody. I really be to myself at that job. Like, I have a few people that are cool. Everybody at the post office is not bad. It's a lot of people there that are cool, but it is a lot of people that are like, can't talk to you, no thank you. And then, so yeah, can't nobody in that job say that I bother them because I don't. I really barely even talk in there. And then when I'm outside of work, baby, I am with my man. That is it. I be up under my man and to myself. Like, I'm not in no one's way. So it's just like, I get really bothered when people bother me because I know I'm not bothering you. So it's just like, please don't take it there with me because then I'm going to have to take it there with you and I'm going to go real far. But anyways, guys, that was a crazy story time. I cannot believe that happened to me. Pray for me, y'all, because pray for my enemies. Oh my God, pray for my enemies because they are crazy. But okay, guys, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Let me know if you guys want me to do this story time on TikTok because I was really thinking about it. And I may do it just because I feel like it's a different platform and maybe more people will see it on TikTok. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.